Good day, everybody. I am Celina the Assistant Head Teacher Administration, Nigerian Korean Model Primary School, Pioye, Abuja, Nigeria. I am here to present a paper titled Educational System, Personnel Administration, School Staff Development, School Evaluation and Monitoring. The school educational system. The system of education in use in Nigeria today is known as the Universal Basic Education, UBE, or popularly known as the 934 system of education. Now, this system was introduced to replace the 6334 system of education. This newly adopted system took off in 2006, and it is expected to reshape to meet the Millennium Development Goals target, that is the MGDs. Now, the system mandates that a child will have a compulsory 9 years of basic education up to junior secondary school. That is 9 years in JS6. Now, the system also mandates that from 9 years in JSS, the child will proceed to senior secondary school to spend 3 years. Now, finally, the child will proceed to higher institution where he or she will spend 4 years. Now, the system also mandates that through one of its bodies, that is the Universal Basic Education Commission, it makes education free and compulsory in Nigeria to every child. And so it has put in place the following: the personnel administration, the staff development, and then the quality evaluation and monitoring team to ensure the smooth running of the entire education system. Now, qualitative evaluation and monitoring team goes around the school to ensure that every activity of the school system goes on smoothly. Now, the system also has developed a curriculum for primary schools through one of its agencies known as the Nigerian Educational Research and Development Council, that is NERDC. Now, this curriculum is further broken into usable schemes and teachable topics for effective delivery of lessons in the classrooms. Now, in Nigerian Korean Model School, the Nigerian Korean Model School, it operates under the UBE 934 Free and Compulsory Primary Education Act. Now, we have primary 1 to 3 and JS1. Now, the school was built in partnership agreement with Korea International Cooperation Agency, popularly known as KOICA. Also, the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, and Universal Basic Education Commission. Now, since its establishment in September 2018, effective teaching and learning has been ongoing under the guided curriculum provided by NERDC. Now, the next topic I'm going to talk about is personnel administration. Now, the primary purpose of personnel administration, it is to attract, it is to retain, it is to develop and motivate personnel to achieve organizational goals. The personnel administration deals with human resources functions such as evaluating teachers' growth, recruiting personnel, selection of personnel, placement of personnel, staff development, performance evaluation, partnering with parents, and making meetings meaningful. Now, the personnel staff of Nigerian Korea Model School are, we have 3 administrators, 36 teaching staff, of which we have the sitting teachers and the subject teachers, and we also have the non-teaching staff. Now, the recruitment of Nigerian Korea Model School staff. Now, it is solely the responsibilities of Universal Basic Education Board, UBEB, and the Federal Capital Territory Administration, that is FCTA. Now, the personnel administrative functions of Nigerian Korean Model School administrators are pupils enrollment and placement, setting up committees such as the SOM committee, popularly known as the School Operation Manual Committee. Now, we also have committee like Committee for Academic Affairs, Committee for Staff Welfare, etc. Now, we have the implementation of the school's operation manual, purchase of some teaching materials, assigning HODs and coordinators in each arms of the school, that is primary 1, 2, and 3, evaluation of teachers' instructions in the class, that supervision of activities of clubs and societies, ensuring the life syllabus and scheme of work is in use. Now, we also supervise the conduct of assembly, we initiate open days and teachers' days, we guide, we counsel, we encourage, and we also mentor teachers and learners. We also assign specific duties to teachers and ensure compliance. We develop a healthy relationship with staff and also the community of parents. We conduct and supervise examination. We facilitate and manage staff meetings and welfare. We liaise between the school and educational agencies and organizations. Now, we ensure that the facility maintenance and the cleanliness of the school environment. We also select textbooks and teaching materials. Now, we also encourage staff development and growth. We encourage creativity, collaboration, and teamwork among staff. We encourage punctuality and early resumption to school amongst teachers and learners. Now, these and many more are the duties of the school administrators. Now, the next function is the personnel administrative functions of teachers of Nigerian Korea Model School. It includes early resumption to daily duty, signing of teachers' attendance register, conduct of assembly and general duties, writing of lesson notes and diaries, submission of lesson notes, marking of people's attendance register, implementation of curriculum into teachable topics, and then lesson delivery and classroom management. Now, use of multimedia to enhance teaching and learning in the classroom, assessing of people's learning progress, assigning duties to people such as we have the class monitors, the prefects, which we have the head boy, the head girl, the health sanitary officer, so to say, and other responsibilities. We also have marking of people's exercise books and home tags. And then teachers ensure that they encourage slow learners to learn. They motivate them. And also teaching of morals and good behavior. Rewards and punish negative behavior of learners. Now, teachers, they also serve as mentors and coaches to learners. Now, they administer continuous assessment tests and examination. They coordinate and supervise co-curricular activities such as the ICT club, we have the music club, we have the martial arts club, we have the jet and science club. Now, all these clubs are coordinated and supervised directly by the teachers. Now, teachers also prepare learners for events or any competition. Now, they interact with parents for their children's development. Now, the teachers are also submissive to authority, and they are open to criticism and corrections. Now they support learners to learn by showing genuine concern in them. Now they also collaborate and build a strong professional learning community known as PLC. Now it is a forum where teachers, they meet, they brainstorm and share ideas together that will enhance teaching and learning in the school. Now the roles of the non-teaching staff. Now the non-teaching staff, we have the general cleaners or the cleaning personnel officers. Now they take care of the general cleaning of the school environment and the facilities. Now we also have the security officers, of which we have the police and the civil defense that takes care of the security of learners and teachers. Now the next topic is school staff development. Now school staff development has to do with the professional growth of teachers. Now school staff development, it is an activity or activities that are designed to teachers to take what they learned from the training and put it into action in the classroom. Now, development focuses on employees' growth and future performance rather than the immediate job role. Now, in Nigerian Korean Model School, the staff are opportune to be exposed to a capacity building training on ICT. Now this training has been sponsored solely by KOICA, as I mentioned earlier, that is Korean International Cooperation Agency, in partnership with the Federal Capital Territory and the Universal Basic Education Commission. Now the areas in which we have been trained includes Internet and HTML, which means hypertext markup language, of which we are trained on how to create web pages and web applications. We are also trained in the area of Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint and Movie Maker, and also Excel Intermediate and content development. Now, what are these benefits of training to Nigerian Korean Model School teachers? For instance, now in Nigerian Korean Model School teachers, now we use what we call the computers or laptop to prepare lesson notes. Now we use it as a supplementary device to enhance teaching and learning in the classroom. Now teachers of Nigerian Korean Model School today, they do what they call PowerPoint paper presentation by the reason of they are exposed to the use of computers. Now another benefits of ICT to Nigerian Korean Model School teachers is that now that we have been trained, we are trained to train trainees, especially FCT teachers, in the use of ICT to enhance teaching and learning. Now, what are the advantages again of staff development? Now, there are lots and lots of advantages of professional staff development, such as, now it brings out the giftings in teachers. Now it gives teachers confidence to stand out. You will no longer be obsolete, timid, or harassed or embarrassed, because such teachers have been trained in the area of ICT. Now another advantage is that it boosts the morale of teachers. Teachers are now ICT compliant, and it gives teachers the global relevance to stand out in any part of the world to compete with other teachers in the area of ICT. And of course, it gives you added advantage, or it gives us added advantage over our colleagues as teachers of ICT. Now, what are some of ways in which we can develop professionally as teachers? Now, there are various ways in which we can offer ourselves to professional development, such as research. Now, when we go into research, we learned about leadership. We could learn about mannerism. We could learn about the current pedagogy in the area of teaching, especially in this 21st century. And so in Nigerian Korean Model School, we have 2 research rooms. Now this research room has been built so that it would enhance and encourage teachers to go into research, especially in the area of our specialization. Now, other ways in which teachers could develop themselves is in the area of excursion. When we pay a visit to schools, we pay visit to so many places, we borrow ideas and we implement it into the school. For instance, some of the teachers and administrators of Nigeria Korea Model School paid an educational visit to South Korea, and we went to Korea, we visited some of their schools, and we borrowed ideas, and today we are implementing some of the ideas to enhance teaching and learning in the school. Now, another areas in which staff will develop themselves professionally is in the area of articles, reading of articles. Now, we could read articles, we could read journals, we write summary of what you learned and ways we put the knowledge into practice or into use in the classroom. Now, we could get information and professionally develop ourselves in the area of books. Today we have e-books, we have e-library. And so when we visit such, we can get a lot of information that will enhance us as professional teachers. We could also attend workshops, seminars and conferences so that we will enhance ourselves professionally. Now, we have been trained in the area of ICT, but I can tell you that it is not enough. There is no knowledge that is waste. We could even invest in attending workshops and seminars so that we will professionally develop ourselves. We could also go online. There are a lot of online short courses that is around the place. We could go on 2 weeks courses, a 2 weeks course, 3 weeks course, depending on the course or the program that you want to get, so that you will develop yourself professionally. We could visit educational websites. There are a lot of educational information online. Now, when we visit there, we get information to enhance our ability to teach learners. Also, we could form a forum through PLC, which is Professional Learning Committee, as I have earlier mentioned. Now, this is a forum where teachers share ideas, they interact and exchange information. By such forum, I can tell you that we can get information or knowledge that will help us to enhance ourselves professionally. Other forum is peer evaluation. We can get our colleague, and then when we teach in the class, he or she could evaluate us so that we will know or identify the areas of our strengths and weaknesses. Why? Basically for self-improvement. Another area is video reflection. Again, we could record ourselves, video ourselves, so that we will identify the area of strength and weaknesses for self-improvement. Also, we can go through short in-service courses in universities. A lot of universities in Nigeria offer short-time courses for professional development. Again, we could share knowledge. They said knowledge is power. He that has knowledge has power. And so when we get information, it is not for us to hoard the information. It is good for us to share information with some of our colleagues. When we do that, we will grow professionally. And then we could share, for instance, the ICT information, that is information communication technology knowledge, with other FCT teachers, so that they will be competent users of ICT, and also it will help them to develop in their work careers. Again, continual education. We need to engage in continual education. We don't need to be obsolete. We have to remain current. We need to be consistent and be informed. We should use our time wisely by developing our minds with the right and rich educational information. Now, we need to pay attention to what we learn for the information we are gaining, so that we will utilize it and put it into practice in the classroom. We need to model. We are models. So as models, we need to model what is being taught or what we learned. We need to embrace telecommunication. We are in 21st century. We need to embrace telecommunication so that we be embraced with information to enhance our professional development. We need to improve our classroom management. Without information, we cannot improve. And so we need to get information on classroom management so that we will enhance our ability to teach learners in the classroom. Then we need to stop multitasking. We should learn to do our work one at a time. It's very important if you want to grow professionally. Then we should avoid distractions. Basically, we should remain focused. Focus is the game. Once we remain focused, we can grow professionally. But then we have to be great finishers. It is not enough to get information and then you stop halfway. We need to get information thoroughly. Once we start, we should be able to be good finishers. Again, we should be mentors. As professionals, we are aspiring to be mentors. And so as mentors, we have to get other people that we learn from them. What that means is we have to get mentors that we could learn and get from and learn and get from them. Basically, read and read. They said readers are leaders. So when we read, we get more information. Now the next topic I'm going to talk about is monitoring and evaluation. What is monitoring and evaluation? It is a process that helps to improve performance and achieve results. It's the main goal of monitoring and evaluation. It is to improve current and future management of outputs, of outcomes and impact. It is mainly used to assess the performance of a project, an institution and programs that are set by government. It establishes links between the past, the present and the future actions. Now the credibility and objectivity of monitoring and evaluation reports of Nigerian Korea Model School depends largely on the administrators and the external evaluators that come from the Department of Quality Assurance, Universal Basic Education Board, and the Local Education Authority, and sometimes from the Federal Capital Territory, Administration. Now they have the Department of Quality Assurance, popularly known as the DQA. Now they come from time to time to carry out external evaluation of the school. Now their expertise is of major importance for the progress and the success of the school. Now the entire learning process are being evaluated, such as teachers' lesson plan, lesson delivery in the class, scheme of work and diaries, pupils and teachers' attendance registers, teaching aids or teaching materials, facilities such as we have the restrooms in the school, we have the floors, the classrooms, the walls, the roofs, the rails, the playing ground, the lobby, the football field, etc. All these activities, basically the general activities of the school, are evaluated and they are records for future improvements. Now to facilitate quality monitoring and evaluation, the HODs and coordinators are assigned with the responsibility of overseeing the activities of teaching and learning in each arm of class in Nigerian Korea Model School. Now reports are made, records are kept, and attention is drawn to improve performance. Now all the strategies, the plans, the procedures and tools that are in place and are in use for the total development of Nigerian Korea Model School to ensure quality delivery of attainment of educational goals. In conclusion, staff development is a requirement for all teachers and administrators of Nigerian Korea Model School. It is a form of education for teachers that can enhance or better their teaching and classroom environments. Remember that you can only grow in the field and be effective in the field as long as you are actively learning in the field. Thank you.